Hello, good afternoon. Oh, shoot, that's not what I want to do. Recall. There we go. All right, 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. You get to listen to me talk for 10 more minutes. All right. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, yeah, I have lots of things I could talk about. I can just randomly talk for hours, I suppose. I've already talked about class rings. I've already talked about this jack-o'-lantern spectacular thing that I would like to go to. Are there any holidays you guys love? Like, if you're not an American person, are there like holidays that you celebrate that America doesn't? I'd love to hear about them. Otherwise, if you are American, although I can't read anybody's language other than English, so if you are non-American and you do talk about your your favorite holidays to me, you're gonna have to probably learn English. And because I'll be honest, I'm not very good at learning other languages, so yeah, sorry about that. But like, I love Halloween. Just love it. I love getting dressed up. I've always been a fan of if you are an adult and you dressed up and you went out trick-or-treating, I'm not gonna shame you. I'll give you candy. If you spent the time getting dressed up, I mean, that isn't that half the reason why Comic-Cons are so popular, is because people can get dressed up and have a night where they're somebody else for the night. Although they're less cool because you don't get candy for getting all dressed up. No, you have to spend $30 to get into a place to spend exorbitant amounts of money. Although I did do that over the weekend. I did go to a Comic-Con event here in my town, and I dressed up as the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, and not the newer Alice in Wonderland, as in like the classic Disney one from the 50s or whatever it was made. And my daughter, she dressed up as Alice. So we bought her a wig, and she had some white tights from dance that she could put on. We had to buy her some shoes that have the little, black strap that goes across the foot part. And she has her blue dress with the little white apron. Oh, she looked really cute. It just, I don't know, I thought it looked neat. I found it hard to get into character. Sorry, I have to rub some of that. If you don't rub that glue off, when you go like this to glue on your thing, you'll get little pieces of glue stuck to your stuff. So I have a little spot where I sit there and I rub my fingers, so that way when I'm all done, I can just shoo it all into my hand and throw it away. But that's one of the things that if you don't like getting your hands gluey, you may not like this project, or making beads, I'm sorry. Otherwise, there are plenty of people that use like toothpicks and they'll spread it on via toothpick. Whatever method works for you. If you'd rather use a paintbrush to paint it on or whatever, do whatever you want. When I took my hands away, that's what I was doing, was just pulling excess glue off my fingers so I wouldn't be putting it all over the place. But anyway, yeah, I found it hard to dress up, okay, I had no problem getting dressed up in the Queen of Hearts, but what bothered me was I couldn't get into the character. It's like, I don't think I would be a very good actor. Like, I didn't get into the, like my daughter, when kids would come up to her and, oh, can I get a hug? And it's like, oh, and I'm glad nobody came up and hugged me. I don't really like strangers touching me. This is just one of those things I just don't like. Don't touch me unless I ask you to touch me. That's just how I am. most of the time I'd prefer it if you just didn't touch me at all. I may do a handshake. I'm okay with handshakes, but hugs are generally off limits. I do not like hugs. That's just me. And my daughter, she loves, she likes all that attention and stuff. So that was she had an enjoyable time. She's all smiley, and when people would point and say, "Look, there's Alice," she'd even do a little pose, and it's like, oh my God, she got really into it. It was fun, but I found that I had a hard time being the Queen of Hearts. So I had jokingly told my daughter and my husband, since we all went, I had said, "So if people come and talk to me, can I just glare at them?" And my daughter's like, "The Queen of Hearts isn't mean." And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "She's only mean if you get on her bad side." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but still." She's like, "Just smile and be nice to people." I'm like, "Okay, fine." But there were some really nice things at that Comic-Con. Like, I enjoyed like talking to the artists that came out and were trying to sell their stuff. Although I'm not, I enjoy buying things from people. But like, I wanted to buy this. There was this BB-8 thing. See how this one has the hole up here? Aha! So I only had one where the hole was down here. There was this BB-8 thing that somebody had carved. His whole booth was, he takes probably, I'm not sure what size weight paper. I'd probably say 65 or maybe 110. It might be 110 weight paper, cardstock paper. And what he does is he carves, designs or whatever it is that, like he had the Star Wars ship, whatever that ship is called. He had that cut out, and I guess all he uses, I thought he used like an X carp or whatever, or like a CNC machine or something to cut them all, or even like a Cricut, I guess. I thought he did that, but he says he does it all by hand. So he'll cut out each individual piece with a straight edged razor, like an X-Acto knife. And he wanted $125 on the cheap end for those. So when he cut them out, he put them in between glass and framed it. And they do look nice, but I wasn't looking to spend $125 on the cheap end for art. And I felt so bad because I was like, "God, you're making me look like a cheap ass." I mean, and I love supporting local people, but my God, I don't know. It just, oh no. I lost it, so now I have to re-roll it. I don't know. I just felt so bad because I have this person I've been trying to find a unique gift for Christmas, and it's proving to be a little bit difficult. And I can't say more because I don't know if she watches my channel or not. But I was gonna get that for her, but not for $125 on the cheap end. And I think he was probably $150. I'm not saying she's not worth that kind of money. It just, well, first of all, I didn't have that kind of cash on me anyway, but and there was some people who did some spray paint type decal type stuff on on cloth. So like, you know how you can buy wall scrolls of your animes? Well, anyway, these people must spray paint them on cloth, intended to be like a wall scroll of various anime characters or, pop culture stuff. And they had one of Optimus Prime, but I did not like the artistic, I don't know, I just didn't like the way the artist drew Optimus, and it was from the 80s cartoon, so I liked it because it was from the 80s and it wasn't, you know, the Michael Bay verse stuff. But there's something about the design I couldn't put my head around. Okay, all right, so I guess I will see you for what was this, 4? So I guess part 5 we'll finish these off. Okay, all right, bye.